Is paradise losing its shine? I get this question all the time. Why are people leaving Pensacola? And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it here, but every city has its pros and cons. So today I'm going to give you 7, actually maybe even 10 real reasons why people are leaving the Pensacola area. And I definitely want you to stick around for number 9 because most people never see that one coming. And number 10 may change how you see the market completely. So here are some real reasons why people are leaving Pensacola. And if you are truly considering a move to Pensacola, don't rely on things you find online. We have way more insight than what even YouTube or Zillow will tell you, and it's a big decision. So reach out to that number on that screen and reach out to us directly because we are an encyclopedia of all things Pensacola all the time, and we absolutely love talking about all the reasons to move here. Number 1, let's start with an obvious one, rising home prices. This little pocket of Florida used to be cheaper than ever. Like back in 2020, people were getting great deals, but since then, a lot of homes have risen 30 to 40%. For example, that house behind me back in 2020, it was listed for $1.2 million. Now it's well worth over $2 million. So we're just seeing a drastic increase in prices. But spoiler alert, we do have pockets where you can still get a great deal. So that's why you need to reach out to us because we have plenty of areas where things are still affordable, but some others, people are just priced out of this area. So it's really hard for first-time home buyers to get a home here, but we do have great neighborhoods for them. That's why you have to reach out to us. But number 1, rising home prices. Okay, let's say you can afford a home. Well, there's some limited inventory when it's coming to the good homes. And by good homes, I mean homes that are move-in ready, absolutely gorgeous, and in a great location. Those homes are still seeing multiple offers, especially if they are priced right. However, there are plenty of homes here where maybe they aren't priced right, but they're going to take a lower offer. And we know where those neighborhoods are, or homes that maybe need a little love. Maybe they need some fresh paint, where you can come in and get a really good deal. So there are still options out there all the time. But if you're wanting that unicorn of a home, absolutely perfect, at a great price, at a great location, there is going to be competition for it. Okay, a lot of people move here thinking they're going to be going to the beach all the time, and then they get to the middle of summer and they realize it's really, really hard to get out to the beach. This bridge behind me backs up sometimes maybe 5 miles, and it's bumper to bumper traffic getting out here on 4th of July weekend, definitely Blue Angels weekend, and other things like that. However, as a local, we know the workarounds. We know different ways to get where you need to go if you want to have your butt in the sand on the beach. And also what times to get out here. So here's a pro tip. If you're going to the beach, really try to be out here by 10:30. After 11, that is when you're sitting in that bumper to bumper traffic, and that is not fun for anybody. And then when you're leaving the beach on those crazy busy days, same sort of thing. Don't leave at 5 when you have dinner plans at 6 somewhere because you might be stuck in traffic. So that is something people don't really see coming, and they think that they're going to be at the beach all the time, and then just the stress of beach traffic, they go, I don't want this anymore. I moved here for the beach and I'm not even going here. So that's a reason we see people sometimes leave. But overall, traffic in our area is not a main issue. Like it is when this is being shot in May. Right now you can see there's no traffic behind me, but when we get to Memorial Day, that will be a different story. But 98% of the time, we're not seeing major traffic in our area, except for just a few key areas at key times. And that's why it's important to reach out to us. If you want to move here and you love the beach, I promise I have a way that you can be on the beach every single day, 0 traffic concerns. You just need to know our pro tips. So that's why you need to call that number on the screen if you have any questions at all, because we are here to answer them, because we want you to come to Pensacola. We want you to love it here, and we don't want you to leave. All right, big reason. Reason number 4. Relocation, getting a job elsewhere. Maybe you're working for the power company, you install power lines, and you get a job somewhere else and they're willing to pay you more. Or maybe like behind me, you're part of a medical group and another hospital or group wants to pay you more money. We see this happen all the time where we're just seeing job relocation. And there are some job limitations here. So if you're not in the medical field, banking, infrastructure, hospitality, those are kind of our big pillars. Also the military. Oh my goodness, how could I forget that? The military, when they tell you to move, you gotta move. You really don't don't have a choice there. So we see a lot of people leaving because they are transferred to a different duty station. So it's totally outside of their control, but we do see them come back all the time. As soon as they retire, they're like, man, Pensacola was my favorite station. I want to move back there. And we're constantly helping those people move back to their favorite place. And if you are, trying to make more money or trying to get a job here, we do have a lot of connections. We know a lot of people. We have helped people at Navy Federal, some of the higher ups, buy and sell homes. We've helped some of the top people at the hospitals buy and sell homes. So we do have some great friends out there that if you are interested in a certain job, we'll do what we can to help you. I can't promise anything, but we definitely can forward your resume and say, hey, yeah, we know this person. So relocation is a big one, and it's outside of a lot of people's control. And we do see those people always come back. So yeah, number 4, relocation. Insurance, it's gotten out of control in some areas. One reason a lot of people move here is because of the proximity to the water, but that also means higher insurance rates. We not only have, your wind insurance and your regular homeowners insurance, but also a lot of areas have flood insurance, and these can be crazy high. I've heard of some people having insurance as high as $32,000 a year, where it's insane. But that's not the case in general. I can tell you about homes that have a water view, but they're not in a flood zone, and they have affordable insurance. But of course, you're gonna have to call me to get that list. So we have homes like that, and then we also have homes that are newer and very, very affordable. But if you are buying an older home near the water, that insurance may make you go, bye-bye Pensacola, I am done with it. All right, this is probably the biggest one. People are sick and tired of being in their car for 8 hours on all major holidays, traveling to go see their family. So they're moving to be closer to their family, whether it's the grandchildren, we hear that all the time, or just, families moving closer to be near their grandparents, if it's in Indiana, Atlanta, Tennessee. We hear this often where it's like, we love your beaches. We love this community so much, but it's even more important to be near grandma so we can help her. She just broke her leg. Or, hey, my daughter has a 3rd baby on the way and she is overwhelmed, so I need to move out there to help her out. So we get this often. And sometimes we hear them say, they're like, we'll be back. We promise we'll be back. And we truly hope they will. But also it is beautiful seeing them go be with their family. And that's another reason we see a lot of people actually moving here is to be near their family. We get calls all the time because either like they were in the Navy here and they had a family and their kids stayed and then they got transferred and they want to come back, or grandparents are here. There's a very strong family connection in Pensacola bringing people here. So we lose some, we gain some, but family usually trumps any beach out there because family is what's most important. Another reason people leave, short-term rental saturation. This street I'm on Pensacola Beach, it's Ensenada Uno. Nearly every home out here is a short-term rental, like the one behind me, and then we're gonna kind of tour around. Lots of short-term rentals. And we're also seeing that in some neighborhoods where people moved there really thinking, hey, this is a normal residential neighborhood. And then people started turning what they would think normal homes into these Airbnbs, and people aren't happy about it. They like knowing who their neighbors are. We have plenty of neighborhoods where that is not allowed at all, but the ones that don't have those covenants and restrictions, a lot of people haven't liked it. They said, this wasn't what I signed up for. I want to get out of Florida because too many people like vacationing here and I don't like my neighborhood being a vacation spot. However, others, they're like, you know what, that's just the price you pay. When you move here, yes, you're gonna maybe deal with some vacationers. Maybe your neighbor decides to turn their home into an Airbnb. But the good thing is there are city and county ordinances disallow things from getting too wild and crazy. But if you're wanting a place where you know every single neighbor, you know their kids, you know their dogs' names, we have that, but it's not on every single street. So that's why you have to reach out to us, because we can tell you where those neighborhoods are. But that's one reason some people are leaving Pensacola. All right, when you live in paradise, hurricanes are it's part of the price you pay. And yes, we have a hurricane season. And for some people, they think that they can handle it. They go, you know what, I've dealt with tornadoes, I've dealt with wildfires, hurricanes, hey, at least we get some notice. However, they get here and they realize it's too much to handle. They don't like sitting on pins and needles and watching the Weather Channel 24/7. And they go, you know what, I think I'd rather move kind of back where I know how to handle tornadoes. I know how to do that sort of thing. I hear from people all the time that are selling their home, and I ask them, hey, why are you selling your house? And they go, honestly, the maintenance and just having to think about getting ready for a storm, all that, especially if they're on the water or near the water, they're going, we don't want that anymore. We want to retire and we don't want to have that stress and that headache. So that is one reason people are leaving Pensacola. Number 9, expectations versus reality. So you come here on vacation, you have the best time of your life, and then you move here and it's a little bit different. You're commuting, you have school pickups, you have soccer every night of the week, and you're like, you know what, this kind of feels just like how it did back in Ohio or wherever you're moving from. So that's something we see where they just expected it to be like that vacation all the time. The good news is you still get that maybe on the weekends or whenever you want it, but it's real life here, just like anywhere else. And that's really why you need a local guide here to say, hey, let's talk about what your real life looks like. Where will the kids be going to school? Where will you be working? So you're not commuting an hour. So you can have as much of that vacation lifestyle squeezed in to your real life. So that is something where people go, you know what, I was just expecting it to be a party all the time. And of course it's not. You live here, you have real life. So some people go, you know what, we might as well go back home to wherever we're from because we can be closer to family, this and that, because it wasn't the vacation we expected. And the last reason is people move here thinking it's a perfect fit and then later realizes it's just a lifestyle misalignment. Here we have palm trees. It's a small town. It's kind of a sleepy beach town at times. If you're wanting nightlife and just go, 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 maybe it's not for you. And they realize that down the way, where maybe they're coming from Atlanta or New York and then get here and go, actually I miss all that activity. But here's the key. You need to reach out to us so we can be a matchmaker for you and find the right community that matches your needs. And we do this all day, every day, because we have a little bit for everyone here. If you are wanting real country living, we got that. If you're wanting to have a little bit more activity and nightlife, we can put you in downtown. We can navigate all this for you, whether you need to be in Gulf Breeze, Milton, downtown, Pensacola Beach. You need to talk to a true professional to figure out which one makes the most sense for your family. So that's why some people are leaving here. They thought it was gonna be a good fit and it wasn't. So that's why it's important to reach out to a professional to help guide you in the right direction. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am Christina Leavenworth, and remember, I'm a local realtor and I keep up with everything happening in Pensacola, so you don't have to. Call that number on that screen anytime. We are here to answer questions. It's our favorite thing to do, and see you next time.